Hey guys, Dykanders here doing another action figure review, and this time it's another one from Jakks Pacific, and it is the other set from the Godzilla King of the Monsters 2-packs. So there's 3 2-packs, each one has a Godzilla and versus one of the other monster kaiju. The first one I've reviewed so far is the Rodan versus Godzilla. This is the King Ghidorah versus Godzilla, or King Ghidorah, whichever way you want to pronounce it. And the other one is Mothra versus Godzilla. Unfortunately, I don't have the Mothra one. I only picked up these two, well, the previous two. So, the one with this guy, which is Rodan, and the one with the King Ghidorah. So, before I get onto the figures, I'll do a brief look over on the box while knocking Ghidorah over. He's actually quite large and takes up a bit of space, so I should just move everything out of the way while knocking him completely flat on his arse, well, on his face. You have the box, which has King Ghidorah, Godzilla, and E.T. King Ghidorah. It's a Kings Collide Battle Pack is what they're called. It's a create your own scene. You have the Monarch logo. You have Godzilla with a kind of glow, blue glow to him for the effect. And it is the same up on the top. If I just move my camera around, you might be able to see it a bit better, so bear with me a moment. So, the box has Godzilla King of the Monsters logo, it has Godzilla, it has the Monarch logo again. On the side of the box, if I swing it around, has the Rodan set and the Mothra set, and Godzilla King of the Monsters logo. Flipping around to the back of the box, it has the exact same write-up as the Rodan versus Godzilla set, which is Godzilla King of the Monsters follows the heroic efforts of the Cryptozoology Agency Monarch as its members face off against a battery of god-sized monsters, including the mighty Godzilla, who collides with Mothra, Rodan, and his ultimate nemesis, the three-headed King Ghidorah. When these ancient super species thought to be mere myths rise again, they all vie for supremacy, leaving humanity's very existence hanging in the balance. And then this is repeated in French, I think, underneath. You have the 65 years of Godzilla logo, the Godzilla logo, or the Godzilla kind of coin type thing, legendary logo, and Toho logo, and then it has Bring the Battle to Life, Godzilla and King Ghidorah, Kings Collide Battle Pack, and Create Your Own Scene. So if we just pop the camera back down, move the box out of the way, and get into the figures. So, just adjust my camera smaller, and I'll do the Godzilla first. So, we just get Ghidorah to stand. He's a bit of a pain in the butt to stand. There we go. Hopefully he'll stand that way. So, Godzilla's tail is disassembled in the packaging. It's actually, he's like that in the box, and it's just a simple plug in the tail. The tail has 2 joints, so it has a joint where you plug it in. There's also a small joint in the tail here, which you can turn side to side, but doesn't give any more range of movement than that. He also has a forward and back on the legs, 360 on the head, and forward and back on the hands. Now, he is different to the other version of Godzilla that I reviewed, which I have here. As you can see, it's the exact same sculpt, there's no difference. It has a slightly heavier grey wash on the sides of the legs. Other than that, it's the exact same sculpt, and the one that came with Rodan has the blue effect for the atomic breath charge up. But other than that, not sure if we can pick that up there on the camera. See if I can get it to look exactly at the same 2 guys. You see, they're exactly the same, and I did miss that articulation point on the other. On this Godzilla, it does actually have the 2 articulation points as well. It's just I didn't notice it when I was reviewing him. So he does have that too. The other thing that comes included is, I think is it Fenway Park, I think? The one in Boston. As far as I know, it's supposed to be the one where the Boston Red Sox is. I could be wrong, but I'm sure someone in trailers, when they first started dropping the trailer, said it was Boston. Again, I don't know much about baseball. I know it's a baseball park in America somewhere, but you see it in one of the scenes, and I have a feeling someone said it's the Red Sox, I think is the name of the team. I should know because my brother and my sister-in-law technically are, well, my brother lives over that area, but I know nothing about any of the sports over there. So the main creature for this pack, for people to get this pack, aside from Godzilla, but if you get all 3, you get 3 different Godzillas. The main creature is King Ghidorah. Now he comes completely assembled. His wings are folded up like this in the box and they're held in place. His wings can fold out, giving him quite a massive wingspan. I don't think he can even fit it into the screen here. He's quite a big wingspan on him. He has articulation in the wings, as you can see. He has articulation in the tail. They're not exactly a straight swivel cut. There is a bit of a ball joint to them. So you have that. Same with the legs. The legs kind of give a little bit of leeway. It's not exact straight, and you have 2 moving separate legs. And then the next is where things get a little interesting. So you have 2 movement points at the base of the first and second neck, down at the bottom of the neck, there and there. But when you get to the third neck, the actual joint is up here, and it's just on a little peg. So you can just, it is pre-assembled, but you can get it to move. They're the only articulation points. The sculpt is nice. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus in on the head sculpt. Hopefully you're able to see that. I do apologize for my lighting. I'm still working my way. Actually, it might be easier to do it this way. The heads are all the same. So if I just move the head in a bit closer, you can see the head sculpt. Maybe. It does have painted eyes. They're like little yellow dots. And you can see the tongue is made of the same plastic. All the heads have the same sculpt on them. They all have the same kind of expression as well. There's no difference between the heads. The only difference is the articulation point on one head compared to the others. Not sure why that is. Would be kind of nice if it had maybe a articulation point at the base of the neck as well, where it connects with the head. But all in all, it is quite nice. It does have a little bit of standing issues, but for measurements, so from, not sure where the best way to get him. So from the base of the wings folded up is just under 7 inches. If you go to the top of the heads, he's just under 4 inches. But if you go by the wings and you fold them all the way back up to the tips, just around 7 inches for the tips. The Godzilla is exactly the same sculpt, but I'll do that as well after King Ghidorah. You go from head length to tail, it's around 7 inches as well. And then for wingspan, when the wings are folded out, if I can just get my measuring tape in over here, from the widest point of the wing, I can just get it to hook on, is actually nearly 10 inches in, I'd say a little over 10 inches. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera, but it's a little over 10 inches in length for the wings. So it's quite a big wingspan. And this is the smaller of the figures. There's a larger version of him, which unfortunately I didn't pick up. I will probably pick him up and do a review of that. I'm hoping the larger one might be more in scale with some of the NECA figures and the NECA and the SH Monster Arts figures. So for Godzilla himself, scale wise, or dimensions wise, if I just move King Ghidorah out of the way, just shrink him to stand. So Godzilla is exactly the same as the previous one, he stands the exact same height, which is about just a little under 3.5 inches in height. From the tail to snout, you're talking roughly maybe about 6 inches in length, and he's only about maybe an inch and a half in width. They don't appear to have any peg holes on the bottom of the feet, and you don't get any flight stands, which is a shame because I think Rodan here would have been appreciated with a flight stand, because you can't really, well, I suppose you can pose him standing on the ground, but you probably would make a better creature if he was in a flight pose. In fact, I don't even think the set that comes with the Mothra has a flight stand in it as well. All in all, I think they're not too bad little sets. For the price you pay and price point, they're not too bad. The larger sets do come with a few kind of collapsible buildings. I will probably pick those up at some point. There is the mega kind of Godzilla as well, which is, I think it says it's a 22-inch long Godzilla. I probably will get that too and do a review for that. The King Ghidorah and Rodan are something I'm looking forward to. I know NECA and I know SH Monster Arts are going to be doing figures for them, but it's all down to affordability and distribution over here, because we generally don't get too much in the way of NECA stuff. But overall, the sculpts, if I want something kind of like budget wise, these guys are pretty good. If you're a fan of the films and you like Godzilla, they're quite good for budget. But if you're wanting something a little more detailed, a bit more superposable, your best bet is to go with the NECA or the SH Monster Arts. I know NECA said they're not doing a King Ghidorah, so they're going to be doing the other monsters, but not King Ghidorah. And if you want to, you'll have to go the route of SH Monster Arts for a movie style King Ghidorah, and it's probably going to be pretty pricey because I've seen pictures of the thing and it looks massive. So there you go, guys. Quick video review for the new 2019 Godzilla King of the Monsters 2-pack set of King Ghidorah versus Godzilla. As I say in my videos, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Cheers, guys.